Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
You know how we do it, Kayla. How you been, Kayla?
I'm good.
Exciting times, you know what I mean? And this is that moment that we anticipated for
true.
a time, a month ago, that we were checking out her Instagram. I think she was in a European tour. But this time around, you know, she is live in the flesh. And I think she's loving the warmth because, you know, summer is indeed here in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, live in the Monster Studios, give it up for Maisie Peters!
Welcome!
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We're so happy to have you. And yeah, oh my gosh, I just hear a little bit, but yes, we are so excited to have you, and I know that you were craving a little bit of milk tea earlier because it is so hot, and you were able to get the milk tea.
I was today. I found some. I sourced it. It was great. I'm a big milk tea fan. I have to get it everywhere I go, so it was great.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay. You know, we're going to get to know what she's up to in just a bit. We'll let you guys hear the tracks. We'll be talking to her some more. We're just going to fix the technical stuff. Here's Body Better. You're hearing the background of Maisie Peters live with us here on The Monster. Put this on mute.
Yeah, it's on mute.
I've been all over the world. I've been America, I've been Europe, I've been to Australia and Asia, and it's just been the coolest thing ever.
Amazing. And I know I was talking about your fans. Your fans are called the Maisie memes. Did I say it right? Or Maisie memes?
Maisie memes is a collective of them. Yes, this is a meme page on Instagram, and lots of them are involved.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the craziest meme you've seen of yourself?
I actually don't think it's appropriate for live radio.
Oh!
Okay, we just have to check it out.
Just check it out on your own terms.
I
on your own head.
mean, do you ever see yourself? You know, they say that you made it when you become a meme.
So true.
And when you have a fan club that's dedicated to memes, I mean, how does that feel?
It's indescribable. It is an indescribable feeling. No, there are many memes. And I'm glad they'll exist forever on the internet. Long after I'm gone, you'll be able to find Maisie memes, and that is comforting.
Oh my gosh. And I mean, speaking of you saying like indescribable and just like things you couldn't even imagine that you're doing, working with Ed Sheeran, what is that like? Like the writing process, touring with him?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Ed is actually so wonderful, and everyone who's met him would say the same as me, but he's so talented, and he's so kind, and he's so generous. And it's such a privilege to get to learn from somebody like that, and touring with him, writing with him, it's all just like the loveliest time.
And imagine that as a songwriter, as a musician as well. Did you ever think of the heights that you're reaching, that you're hanging out with Ed Sheeran? You're like, hey, man, or he hanging out with you.
He's hanging out with me. Let's get it straight. No, I don't. Yeah, I guess it's all very surreal. And if you stop to think about it, you'd probably have a mental breakdown, but it's good that I don't stop and think about it. No, but it's crazy. Yeah, it's so cool. It's like living a dream.
What was the first words that you guys, like when you guys met? Hello, I'm
Probably
me.
hello. Yeah. So very British and awkward and polite. But then I met his cats quite soon after I met him, and I probably spoke more to them in the first half an hour. His cats are very cute.
Oh my gosh. And I mean, speaking of working with him, is there a piece of advice that he gave you that you'll always remember and refer to, or, just always stick to it?
Yeah, I try to avoid tequila with the little hats on the top, because they're normally the worst types of tequila that make you the most hungover.
Okay.
Get the nice one with the bell. The one with the bell is smoother.
Yeah, go for the bell one.
Yeah. Hey, okay,
Right.
But the journey, we know that, of course, it's all about soundtracks that you have made. Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, for the Apple TV Plus for the series Trying.
Yes, it was such a cool opportunity. I got to make this soundtrack. It was the second season of the show called Trying, which is about two parents trying to adopt in London, and I made it at the same time I made my first album. It was in the same sort of 6 months, and I made it with a really close friend of mine, Joe Rubel, who's a producer, and we sort of did it remotely because it was COVID, so I was working from my bedroom and he was working from his studio, and we did, was it 9 songs I think, and like 2 months, and I love that project. I love those songs. We still sing some of them live, and yeah, it's very close to my heart.
And when it comes to soundtracks, is it more of like, you see the project first, then I'll make the music, or the music is already made, then you guys offer it? How does it work? And as far as the emotions, do you tap into that special envelope of emotions in there to like give it a little extra?
Yeah, I guess with this soundtrack, I had the scripts, but the show wasn't made yet. But I did read the scripts and use them a lot in the writing process. And yeah, it was cool. It was like it's a real mix of sort of myself and then these scripts and this show, and sort of my life and those lives really combined and sort of created this amalgamation of real and surreal, and it's all sort of a mixture.
Amazing. And I mean, speaking of your writing process, before today we were going through and just reading your lyrics, and oh my gosh, we are in the presence of greatness. Like your lyrics are amazing. What is your process like? Like, do you come up with the music first, or do you write the lyrics first? How do you get the ball rolling?
I think it's sort of a mix of both again, as I've just said.
Yeah.
I think that I have a lot of lyric ideas on my phone. I have a whole notes app full of lyric ideas, like starting in 2017, so it's years and years old. And so I'll use those, and also I'll just be inspired though by the music that's in the studio or whoever I'm writing with, if they're playing something cool. Like, it really depends on the day and what I'm feeling and what I want to make.
For those that are tuning in, we have Maisie Peters. She is joining us live in the Monster Studios. Yes, she is in the country. She does have a show that's coming out, especially for all the fans out there. Now, we're talking about her musical process and how she made it, and everything with the soundtracks. I mean, when you're creating music, how old were you when you discovered, like, I can make a lot of money off of this?
Oh, God.
Or is it more of like, I can make hit records?
I think it's more of sort of like, I could not live in my parents' house anymore. I I mean, I've been making music since I was 12, but I don't think I was making a lot of money at 12. I was more sort of, I was like a busker. I used to sing in Brighton, and I would play outside the kids' library. I would sing Disney covers, so the parents would pay me. So obviously I was making big racks of cash from that. No, I mean, I've been making music for a long time.
And you know, busking as well here in the Philippines is starting to pick up here. You know what I mean? People are starting to do it. I mean, you have any tips that you could share? What are the do's and don'ts? You know, what would Maisie do?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I haven't done it in a little while, but I would say play whatever you're going to have a good time playing, and don't stop playing. Just try and seamlessly go from one song into the next, and leave no space for awkward silence. Or for someone to talk to you, and never talk to them. So awkward. Keep singing, above all else, keep singing.
True.
And I mean, like, you were 12, right, when you started. If you could give advice to other 12-year-olds that only could dream of what you're doing today, what advice would you give them?
Wow, I would say that if you have a real passion and a real love for songwriting or for singing or for any of those things, then just do it as much as possible, and don't be afraid. Try to just sort of channel your bravest self.
Hey, that's what it's
Love
all
that.
about. You know what I mean? But you know, Macy, here on the show, we do have all our questions, just some random fun questions that we like to ask you.
Hit me with it.
You know, for you, can you remember the first check you've earned, and what did you buy with it?
The first check I earned, oh my God. From music?
Yeah. Or anything in the arts of what you do.
I'm actually not 100% sure. I can, because I take questions like this very seriously, so I need to think of the first one. I probably brought like probably a guitar.
Guitar.
Probably.
Invest in the
Yeah.
craft.
That's what I bought.
Nice Taylor.
Okay. And, okay, going along with other random questions, so it's totally unrelated, what's the favorite lyric you've written?
Well, my favorite lyric I've written that's out in the world, it changes all the time, but right now I would say there's a lyric on my first album, which is "Fell for you and got a bad concussion," and I like that.
Fell for you and I got it. I felt that.
Yeah, good.
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
You know, for you as well as a songwriter, how was that feeling when you first heard your song on the radio? Where were you? You know, when was it? And what were you doing?
I feel like I remember hearing my song on the radio. I was driving back from a festival in the UK called Barn on the Farm, and this was a few years ago, and one of my songs came on, and we all thought someone had put it on the car, like on the van speaker, because we were like, that would be funny. And then when we all realized that it actually wasn't, it was the radio, we were very excited, and I remember that moment.
Oh, and I mean, speaking of songs in general, what's a song of an artist, a favorite artist of yours, that you wish you wrote?
Oh, so many songs. I'm gonna say, immediately what came to mind was like Norman Rockwell from Lana Del Rey.
Hey, okay. If you weren't in music, what do you think you'd be doing?
I think I'd be a teacher because it runs in my family and I like the sound of my own voice.
Hey,
Ooh, okay.
What subject you'd be teaching?
Probably history or English or something that's not useful and would be unapplicable to the rest of my life.
Algebra.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah.
And well, if you were to collaborate, or would you be open to collaborating with a Filipino artist? And if so, is there someone you have in mind?
I would love to, and I'm very open to suggestions.
Ooh.
Kayla
okay.
Rivera, right there, right,
Yeah.
right here. We got little Beyonce here.
I've heard all about it. I'm very down.
Oh, I'd love to. Okay, we look forward to that collaboration with
Kayla Rivera.
Kayla Rivera. I personally can't wait for the collaboration with Kayla Rivera.
You know, Macy, I mean, you travel a lot. You've been doing the tour stuff. Who was the most famous person you've met? Can you remember? Like, you're like, oh my God, that person knows my name.
I'm trying to think. I've met.
Dave Grohl.
I mean, I'm gonna have. I
Daniel
feel like Ed
Johns.
Sheeran's pretty
Yeah, I was
famous.
gonna
though.
say
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't really know who's
That's
more
the
famous than Ed
creme
Sheeran.
de la creme.
Yeah,
True.
he is Mr. Famous. Is what I call him.
And you know, here in the Philippines, of course, just back to our random questions. We're talking food this time around. You know, what was the food that they made you try so far that you like? Did they make you try anything?
I've tried a lot of things. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything's actual name, but I've tried a lot of really good things last night. I'm trying to think what we had that was especially great. I've had some like amazing. It was like rice and it had like some seafood in it. I'm pretty sure. I had some pork last night that was really good.
Okay, so we are a pork country.
Yeah, true. Oh,
Eat that
so
good stuff. You know
But
what I mean?
yes,
But
yeah.
message to all your fans, all the monsters out there tuned in as well. A message for them. They're watching you now live.
Yes, I mean, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And I'm very excited to be here, and I hope I get to see some of you the next few days.
All right.
Yay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank
You you have a packed schedule. I know you're going to have a showcase over at Fully Booked BGC. You're going to have one today over at the UP Town Center, Saturday Media Showcase with selected fans over at Fully Booked BGC. So this is exciting stuff. Is this going to be a special song that you're going to arrange it differently? How is the...
Yeah, it's like a special acoustic set that myself and my band have created. We're excited.
All right.
Yay. Looking
Amazing.
forward.
Thanks,
Thank you so,
guys.
so much.
Ladies
Thank
and gentlemen,
you.
Maisie Peters! Thank you, thank you. I'll teach you a couple of Tagalog words.
Would love that.
Mahal kita or mahal ko kayo means I love you.
Oh,
Yeah,
very cute.
unless, you already develop feelings, you could say that. But if not, salamat po. Or just thank you.
Salamat po.
Salamat
Nice.
po.
All right, thank you
Yay.
very much.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you very much. There you have it. We have her live, ladies and gentlemen. Catch the shows, catch a showcase. Here's her track. Here's Body Better. She's here. Maisie Peters on the Monster.
Thanks, guys.